Hello. In this lesson, we are going to create our two new scripts, the word container script and the letter container script. So yeah, let's get right into it. Let's open the Word Finder folder and open the scripts folder. And let's create, oh, by the way, we can remove our keyboard tester because we have tested it and it's now working properly. So we can remove it from the scripts folder and also remove it from the camera, like so. You see, now it's telling us that there is a missing script. Of course, we've just deleted it. Come on. So let's remove it. It's gone. Okay. So in the scripts folder, right-click, create a new script, which is going to be our word container. All right, perfect. We can already create the other script, which is the letter container, and we'll be in charge of changing the letter of the container, of course. So let's call it letter container. We could actually do all of this, like changing the letter, changing the color of the letter container and so on, from the word container. But I feel that it's better to give the control of each letter container over its components, like the text and the sprite. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. It's just a preference. Okay, now we can select all of our word containers and drag the word container script, drop it onto the inspector. That way we've assigned it to them. Okay, let's do the same thing for the letter container. So open the prefabs folder, letter container, add component, letter container. Cool. Awesome. Okay, let's start by the word container. That makes a lot of containers. I'm sorry if you don't like this word. Anyway. Okay, first off, we need a reference to our letter containers. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to create a new header, which is a label of a category, as I've specified before. And let's call it elements, like so. Let's create a new private array of letter container, which will hold all of our letter containers. Cool. Now in the awake method, so the awake method is a method called by Unity even before the start method is called. Okay? So in the awake method, we are going to find all of these letter containers. So we can say letter containers equals get components in children, so this one, of type letter container. This method will make things very easy for us because by calling it, Unity will store all of the letter container classes it founds under this specific word container into the letter containers array. Okay? So right after this line, we now know where all of our letter containers are for each specific word container. Okay? So this one will control these 5 letter containers. This one will control these 5 and so on. Perfect. So let's go back to scripting. Okay. After that, we can call the initialize method. Oh, come on. I can't type initialize. Okay. And it doesn't exist. So let's create it. Just after the update method, we are going to write private void initialize, like so. Okay. So in the initialize method, we want to reset the value of all of the letters under this word container. Basically, all the letter containers will be blank. So yeah, let's do that. So let's create a for loop for that. So for I equals 0 until it's equals to the letter containers dot length -1, of course. We can say letter containers I dot initialize. And I can type again, initialize, like so. Cool. Perfect. Let's clean this out. Okay. Now this method doesn't exist, so let's create it. To quickly jump to the letter container script, you can hold Control and click on the letter container word. And yeah, here you are. So let's duck this script. Okay. And we can create the initialize method. So public void initialize. By the way, if you don't know, I made this method public because we are calling it from another script. We are calling it from the WordContainer script. If I were to make it private, like so, and save, we would have an error in the WordContainer because we can't find this method. Okay, so let's make it public again. Perfect. Okay, what will this initialize method do? As I told you previously, it's only going to be responsible for resetting the letter of that letter container. So let's create an elements header again. And let's make a new serialize field because we want to have a reference for the letter in our inspector. So it's going to be a private text mesh pro, but we haven't added the library, so it's not able to find it. To solve this issue, let's add the library right here, tmpro. Perfect. Now you can see that we are able to access this class. Okay, cool. And let's call it letter, like so. Perfect. Now in the initialize method, we just want to write letter.text to change the text value of our text mesh pro component equals nothing, actually equals nothing. It's going to be blank. Okay. So now we can go back to Unity, select the letter container prefab, which is right here in the prefabs folder, open it, drag the letter and drop it into our brand new letter container script. That way, when we hit play, it's going to reset all of the letters right here in the word containers. Okay, so let's try this. Cool, it worked. You can try the same thing like with a random letter. For that, we can just replace this string by any letter we want. So let's maybe make it U to test, and you'll see that it works again. All of the letter containers will have the letter U. So let's hit play, and everything is a U now. Okay, cool. Now we have a way to control the letter we want to place or to reset the letter container. Cool. Let's change it back to nothing. Okay, nice. In the next session, we are going to see how we can make a link between the keyboard and all of our letter containers, so that whenever we press a key, we are going to place that key in a letter container. So yeah, let's do that. See ya.